Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a concept here, compound interest. So, of course, that means we're talking about money, money, and money. All right? So, compound interest, what does that mean vaguely? Okay, compound interest, just means that not only your principal P, like in this case, is also earning interest for you, but your interest also is earning interest for you. Okay, so that's what it means. So that means actually you're making, and then this happens, ladies and gentlemen, on a compounded basis. That means what? That means if it's happening on a daily basis, N is equal to 360. If it's happening on a weekly basis, N is equal to 52. If it's happening on a monthly basis, that means N equals to 12. If it's happening on a quarterly basis, that means N equals to 4. And then if it's happening on a yearly or annually basis, that means N is equal to 1. All right? So in this case here, let's just take an example here, right? So S&M invested $1,000 at 5% interest, compounded annually for 10 years. So for 10 years, it's compounding annually. So that means N is going to be 1 in our case here, correct? So if you watch the previous video, that depicted actually, like what all these letters means, these variables means, okay, what they mean. All right, so now but we're going to see so in this case, we're trying to get what? The interest. But the first thing we can find in this case is the amount that you're going to get as a total. And then we can get the interest from it afterwards, okay? So that means the future value, which is going to be A. So let's go for it. So the future value is going to be what? So 1,000, so let's go with the formula here. So A equals 2. So the principal that has been invested is what? 1,000 euros, okay? So 1,000 euros times, we just followed the formula, 1 plus the rate. The rate is the rate of interest, which is 5%. So 5% is just the same thing as what? It's the same thing as, so 5% is just the same thing as you dividing 5 by 100, okay? And when you divide 5 by 100, that is the same thing as moving the decimal place twice to the left, which is 0.05. All right? So we're going to have 0.05 here over what is N? N is 1 because this is happening annually. And we said before, N equals to 1 in these cases. So that is 1. All right? Then power, N again, which is 1, times T, which is 10. All right? We good so far? So let's go for it. So we have 1,000. So now we're going to follow the order of operations. I know you guys love order of operations, the BODMAS rule, the PEMDAS rule. Okay? So we have what here? So 0.05 divided by 1 is just the same thing as 0.05, right? So this is going to be 1 plus 0.05. And then to the power, 1 times 10 is what? Is 10. Okay? And then we can combine this in the parentheses here. So that is 1,000 times 1.05 that we take into the 10th power. So now we can use our calculator. So in our calculator, we can do it straight across. There are calculators which can do it straight across. Or if you don't know how to do it straight across, you can do the power and then multiply by 10 by using the BODMAS or the PEMDAS rule. All right? So let's do it together very quickly. So we have, so we're talking about 1.05, okay, raised to the power 10, okay? And then we multiply that by 1,000. So you guys can try that as well. And then we end up with 1,000. So this is going to give us what? So the amount here is going to give us 1,628. And then if we stop at 2 decimal places, that will give us 89. All right? So that's the future value. But that's not the interest yet. Okay? So that's not the interest yet. So the interest is going to give us what? So when we come here, the interest is going to be equal to what? The amount here minus the principal. That means the amount that we invested. So that will give us what? 1,628.89. So we're doing that minus 1,000. And what would that give us? So that gives us $628.84, which is going to be the interest that we're looking for. So ladies and gentlemen, so if S&M is investing $1,000 at 5% interest compounded annually for 10 years, as interest, she's going to receive $625.89, which is better than just have the cash saved for nothing, okay, for zero interest. Yeah, thank you.